The Four Horsemen Invitational theme for June 30th is two-car mashup. The first donor vehicle used in the build is a Hot Wheels 63 T-Bird. The two rivets were drilled out and the T-Bird was disassembled. The T-Bird has a metal body and base with a white plastic interior and clear plastic windshield. I decided to leave the wheels and axles on the base until after the body modifications were complete. The second donor vehicle used in the build is a Matchbox Cougar Villager. The three rivets were drilled out and the Cougar was disassembled. The Cougar has a metal body and base with yellow plastic interior, a green plastic tailgate, and clear plastic windows. After stripping bodies of both donor vehicles, surgery began. I wanted the roof from the Cougar body, so the unneeded parts of the body were removed. The Cougar roof was trial fit to the T-Bird body to determine what needed to be removed from the T-Bird. On the T-Bird, the headrest and a large portion of the rear deck were removed, along with a strip of the cowl where the base of the windshield used to fit. The Cougar roof was trimmed to refine its fit to the T-Bird body. What had been the C-pillar on the Cougar roof was now going to be the B-pillar on the T-Bird. The new B-pillar was widened using JB weld and filed to shape after the JB weld had cured. The modified Cougar roof was then attached permanently to the T-Bird body using JB weld. Quite a bit of rework was done to the rear of the T-Bird. The T-Bird was shortened almost 1/16 of an inch by filing away the rear of the body where the tail lights fit. The base was shortened by cutting off the bumper and tail lights and reattaching them to match the shortened body. The rear quarters of the body required a lot of filing to fit the repositioned bumper and tail lights. What still remained of the trunk lid was reshaped to form a new tailgate panel. At this point, I decided the rear of the roof needed a little more forward rake to get the roof line I was looking for. After more grinding, filing, and sanding, I had the profile I wanted. After the first round of primer, the body was checked and any additional repairs or tweaking was done. During the process of modifying the body, the decision was made to have open driver and passenger side windows, so the Cougar windows were modified by removing those window areas. By this time, I had decided on what wheels I wanted to use, and the swap would require the use of axle tubes. My favorite material for axle tubes is 19-gauge stainless steel hypodermic tubing, as it has very thin walls but is still very strong. I cut the tubing to length using a rotary tool with the cutoff wheel, and secured it to the base using medium thickness superglue. Neither interior was going to work with my T-Bird wagon body. The Cougar interior had several issues. The rear section was not long enough, the wheel tubs were too small, and it was too tall. The T-Bird interior had no rear section at all. A silicone mold was made of both interiors so that resin copies of certain elements could be used to create the new interior. A new interior tub was assembled using floor, sides, and wheel tubs fabricated from sheet styrene. A new dash was made by modifying a resin copy of the T-Bird dash to fit the Cougar windshield. Both seats for the new interior were made by modifying resin copies of the Cougar rear seat. The steering wheel was a 3D printed part that was obtained on eBay. The dash was painted white and then two-toned with the same blue paint used on the body. The rest of the interior was painted with the same blue, and then white trim elements were added using hand-cut white decals. So let's see how it turned out. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the build.